WWE's Extreme Rabbits. No, that's not right. That's not right at all. But could you imagine if it was called Extreme Rabbits? There would be absolute pandemonium kicking off at the salad bar in catering. We'd find out that Shotzi Rabbit-Heart would make her entrance just like this to the ring. And of course, the fight pit would be underway. Look at Matt Rabbit going at it right there. He's ready to go. Here comes Seth. Go get him, Matt. There you go. But in all seriousness, Extreme Rules comes to us live Saturday night on the WWE Network worldwide and Peacock in the United States. The card looks really good. The hype, though, is 100% for the White Rabbit. We got dirt sheet reports that will be revealed at Extreme Rules. But this is where we break down everything we think we're going to see, the winners, the losers, maybe possible swerves throughout Extreme Rules. But before we get started, massive shout out to everyone on Twitter who helped me pick my thumbnail for this video. Make sure you've hit the like button on the video. And if you are new, hit the subscribe button too. And of course, you all want to know my thoughts on the White Rabbit. Specifically, are we going to see Bray Wyatt at Extreme Rules? I've already compiled and done a video on the channel yesterday asking will Bray Wyatt return at Extreme Rules, specifically so we don't have to spend 5 minutes talking about it on this video. It's all there in one video, so make sure if you haven't already, go and check that out. Obviously, we've done a lot of White Rabbit content. Genuinely, I really appreciate all the support from all of you guys. It's been amazing. Edge versus Finn Balor in an I Quit match. Now, this is going to be really interesting. I've been thinking about this all week, and I think Edge needs the win because it's his redemption story. He came back. He wants to beat the Judgment Day. So for that, it makes sense for Edge. But Finn has a rocket ship on his back. And I also think Judgment Day right now has got a lot of momentum on their favour. So honestly, I'm going to actually go with Finn Balor on this one. I think Finn Balor makes Edge say I quit. And do you know what I hope? I hope they do something dastardly. I hope it's something absolutely disgustingly sick that Finn Balor resorts to something Ultimate Hill style to finally make Edge say I quit. That kind of makes sense to me. I think you will probably get some shenanigans with Judgment Day. Probably the other side with Edge, Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles potentially getting involved as well. But I just think giving the win here to Finn, setting up Finn versus AJ, I think that makes the most sense. Maybe we get a 6-man in between as well at Crown Jewel, potentially. The Raw Women's Championship is on the line as Bianca Belair defends against Bayley in a ladder match. This one's going to be good. Do you know what? I love a good ladder match, and I think both of these women are going to excel in this match for sure. Bayley is going to definitely get KO'd on that ladder, let's not lie. But I actually am going to predict that Bayley wins this match. I think Bayley coming back with Damage Control, Io and Dakota, the tag champs, having Bayley as the Raw Women's champ just makes a lot of sense. Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in a strap match. This is going to be good. Strap yourselves in for this one. Now, I think Drew kind of needs the win after losing to Roman. But because he's lost to Roman, he's out of that story. I'm going to go actually reverse and say Karrion Kross wins. I mean, Karrion Kross has had one match so far against Drew Gulak. I think, winning against Drew McIntyre just makes a ton of sense to give him the push that he needs. The Brawling Brutes versus Imperium in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Here we go, 6-man action. Do you know what? This is going to be nuts. Remember on SmackDown before Extreme Rules, we get Sheamus versus Gunther for the IC title. Every dynamic could change here. Sheamus could walk in, the Intercontinental champ. I'm going to go out, though. I'm going to say Brawling Brutes win because they pin anyone in Imperium that's not Gunther. Liv Morgan versus Rowdy Ronda Rousey in an Extreme Rules match. And do you know what? I love the brawl they did on Friday Night SmackDown just gone. I love that Liv's willing to go to that extreme. I think Shayna Baszler gets involved. I think there is potential for a Charlotte Flair to get involved. I think it's all going to kick off in this Extreme Rules match. I'm going to say Liv Morgan to retain the title. It is Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins in a fight pit. A lot of people have been asking me what a fight pit is. Go on the network. Go on YouTube. Search some old matches. There's been a few fight pits in WWE before. They are fun. This one's gonna be really good. This, I think, could potentially main event, but any of these matches could, to be fair. The show's stacked. But I don't know who wins this. I mean, Seth would make the most sense if you're going to do Seth and Roman at Survivor Series for the anniversary of the Shield. Riddle kind of does need a big win. He's not been doing too much. I'm so torn on Riddle versus Seth. I'm going to go and say I think Riddle wins this because the fight pit is kind of Riddle's stipulation match. It favours him with the MMA background. And I think that just makes sense to give him a big win. But then I don't want Seth to lose. Oh, what a prediction, man. I'm going to go with Riddle. I'm sticking with it with Riddle. Now, the name Charlotte Flair has been thrown around a lot on social media as a potential return at Extreme Rules. I could see her coming back as a babyface, helping Liv. Because Liv's sort of in between right now. Is she heel? Is she babyface? Maybe working with Charlotte to overthrow Ronda and Shayna. Kind of makes sense. I don't know. Becky Lynch as well. I don't know how you slot Becky in because obviously we're going to have Asuka and Alexa and then we're going to have Damage Control come out in the Raw Women's match. Does Becky get involved too? Potentially. I mean, I haven't seen any reports or rumours of Becky Lynch, but again, time will tell. Anything could happen. I'm so damn hyped. Honestly, it's great to see Extreme Rules with so many match stipulations on the show. There's only one Extreme Rules match, but everything else has a really cool stipulation. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get hyped for Extreme Rules. Peace!